and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. And today I am here with my good friend, Al in Japan. Hello, Al.
Hi, glad to be here.
And I like to review beers with Al because he has an impeccable palate, and he knows some of the best descriptors for describing the aroma and flavor and body of beer. And so I'm often quite surprised with the things he comes up with, and he's generally spot on. So Al, today we are not going to be reviewing a craft beer, but a beer from one of the 4 Japanese majors, and the beer is this one. It's called Asahi The Master, and it is a Pilsner, and most unusually for Asahi, it is an all malt beer. In other words, it contains no adjuncts. It has only malt, hops, water, and yeast. And typically Asahi beers have adjuncts. They often include rice and corn in order to lighten the body. And in fact, the most popular beer in Japan, and I know it's Al's favorite too, Asahi Super Dry.
No.
Yeah. Is actually the poster boy for bad beer among craft beer geeks in Japan, and it contains a lot of rice to lighten it up. But this beer does not. So let's talk a little bit about this beer. It is a Pilsner rate beer. There were 30 ratings, but they're all from 2015 or earlier. And on Untappd, there were 198 ratings, and they're all from after 2014. So what's going on with this beer? Well, it was introduced in, I think, 2009 by Asahi, and then discontinued around 2015. And they've brought it back with something that they call, and I am quoting here, the Asahi Resurrection Beer General Election Package. And
we've got to be careful when you say that. When you say that, you got to be a little careful.
Resurrection election, yeah. And what it is they surveyed customers and decided which previous releases would customers like to have brought back again, and this was one of them. And so they are going to be bringing back how many? 20 previously released beer products. Not all of them beer, but they're bringing it out with snacks as well. So it was sold again from 2019 to 2015, and it was brought out again just recently this year. And so the ratings on Rate Beer are not terribly high for this beer. It is a rating of 2.51 out of 5, and that's 18th percentile, and again, that would be out of 100, 18th percentile for all beers on Rate Beer, and 39th percentile for its style, which is Pilsner. And it's 5.5% alcohol by volume. Do not know the international bittering units, but I wouldn't expect they would be terribly high. Maybe somewhere in the range of 10 to 20 or so. This cost 224 yen at the store where I bought it, and that would translate into $1.49 in US dollar terms, and in euros, €1.38. So I thought I remembered this beer. It seemed unusual to me, and I thought, gee, I've seen this before. And of course I had. I have rated it before, but that was quite a while ago. And so, Al, anything you'd like to add when we get into this beer?
Well, one of these days we ought to compare one of these Japanese Pilsners. This is all malt, and it might be fun to compare with, if you're at home, a Bitburger or a mass-produced German Pilsner.
Interesting idea.
Just out of curiosity. I mentioned Bitburger just because that was something I drank. My girlfriend at the time, her father liked Bitburger, and when he saw me come by, he said, well, it's time to drink lots of Bitburger. So we did, and I was really surprised at, I thought, oh, canned beer in Germany, what a, oh no. I think this is the Budweiser, oh no. but it was pretty darn good, and
Pretty
I've
good.
had it since,
Mhm.
and not bad. So I'm just curious. It's kind of like the standard of German Pilsner versus, Japanese Pilsner. I know there are different motives behind behind them, but
Yeah.
still, we'll
Mhm.
see how it fares.
Okay, okay. So one more comment I'd like to make about this is they do include, it has German malt, as it says on the label here. And
Yeah.
the can design is designed to suggest the flag of Deutschland, Germany, black,
Yes.
red, and gold color.
And
So,
gold.
all right, the master.
Hmm.
Well, let's see how masterful this
Alrighty.
one is, Alan. Should we give it a go?
Sure thing. See how it fares here. Try not to spill it too much on the computer. Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't pour it right over the computer. Okay.
Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do.
Okay, so I am holding this
Not
over
too
my
much.
computer. Perhaps that's not the best idea. Okay, so what do we got here? This beer is kind of like a sparkling beverage in my glass here with bubbles popping off the bottom. How about you, Al?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely pretty bubbly. It's got, it's got aesthetically, just, it's got a bit of head, and it's got that kind of nice, hold it up to the light, and it's more of a yellowish but slightly brown with a brown tint on it.
Mm-hmm. About a finger of
So
foam and
yeah.
kind of very fine beaded sort of foam as well. Kind of almost creamy in my glass.
Yeah. So that's a start anyways. Let's
Okay.
see how it smells and
Okay,
tastes.
aroma.
Okay.
They did not specify exactly the hops, but certainly what I'm getting are noble hops, the varieties of German hops typically used in a Pilsner.
Yeah,
How about you,
I
Mel?
get I get the floral, I get the maltiness, a gentle malt, and sort of that earthy character, but I also get some floral. That's
Uh-huh.
definitely got to be the hops, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
For me, it's a little bit grassy, but yeah, floral for sure.
Yeah, could be grassy or a little earthy.
So
But
I would say this has definitely a Pilsner kind of nose for sure.
yeah,
Uh,
you're in the ballpark.
as far as I know, Mark hasn't had this re-released one, and I really don't know if it's exactly the same recipe as the previous one.
Yeah,
But
no,
again,
I'm
2.51, not terribly high.
yeah, I'll try to be open-minded on this here.
Okay. All right. So flavor.
Okay, kampai. Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Well, it's clearly a Pilsner.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad.
Quite malty.
Yeah, it's got a nice roasted malt character.
Gently roasted, yeah.
Yeah, it's gentle. Again, it's kind of the nicest thing I think you can say is, they're balanced. They're nothing too powerful or over the top.
Yeah.
Kind of a moderate bitterness, but it does linger.
It does. It blends quite well in mid palate, I think. The malt and the hops.
Yeah. I think that's I cannot recall whether I had the last one or not, the one that went out of production. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
this I think this is deserves better than maybe a 2.5.
I think so too. Absolutely. Somehow I can't quite put my finger on it, but it does have a kind of mass produced sort of quality to it, but it's not bad, I think, overall.
Yeah, it's got enough kind of breadiness. It's got some, it's got enough body. It's kind of like there's a kind of a, I don't know what to say, a boundary or a threshold where they generally, when the Japanese brewers, when they're making their premium beers, they tend to, at least they go over that. They just kind of just over this threshold of what makes it, kind of a recognizable and acceptable, I would say, for maybe someone who's not from Japan. It's flavorful. Flavors linger a bit. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm feeling the body's a little bit heavy for a Pilsner. What do you think?
Yeah, interesting. Would this be I guess this is where we need Kyoto Lefty, but is this more of a Bohemian Pilsner style, a bigger bodied Pilsner?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's Czech or German really, but I'm suspecting German, but it was a little bit heavy on the tongue.
Yeah, it is, and that's usually not a problem. Usually, it's the opposite with Japanese beers. They're more likely to be thin than
especially from this brewery, right? Asahi.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. I think overall they did a fairly good job on this.
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, what I get again, the nose, it's malty. Got that roasted note. It's kind of earthy, maybe bready, a word that comes to mind. Pretty flavorful.
Yeah. One of the things that Kyoto Lefty said last time was with the beer we were discussing was he goes, I'm getting a little bored with it. I don't know if you recall that, but we were kind of saying, this is not bad, this is not bad. And Kyoto Lefty said, I'm getting a little bored with it, which is kind of another test for a beer, I think, whether you want to keep on going and maybe have a second one,
A tendency, yeah. Well, I'm not bored of this one. I think it's got enough flavor. I think this would be, I could have it probably.
Yeah.
That's a good test. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we both agree that this is fairly reasonably good, especially coming from a Japanese major brewer.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly, that's beyond my expectation. That's good.
And actually, Japanese majors they tend to specialize in lagers. That is their specialty, and they often go off when they're making an ale nowadays. But this is, I think, certainly for 224 yen, it kind of hits the mark, I think, overall.
Yeah, not bad at all. It's up there for one of the better mass-produced all malt brews.
Okay.
This is now going to be a regular production? It's not just I
don't know. I kind of doubt it.
Not just limited release.
Yeah, they are bringing back. It was selected third among 20 previously released beer products.
Right.
And I don't know if they're going to bring out all 20 of them and keep them out. I kind of doubt it, because the majors tend to shift around things and don't stick with the same things, except for their absolute flagship beers, So
right, well, this would be what I like to see them keep it around. It'd be nice if they did, but if they don't, it's fall here in Japan, so October. So 2024. So if you see this in your convenience store, I think I got it from Family Mart, but it probably is available at other places.
I think it's available a lot of places probably. And another thing I do suspect with this is the name Master. Can you think of another beer with Master in it that is something you might see in the stores now?
Well,
the Master's Dream.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, the Master's Dream.
Yeah. And
that's what I
kind of the top line in that series. And so Suntory has premium malts, and then Master's Dream, which is their absolute top of the line, which is very, very good, overall.
Yeah, okay, that's the one I was thinking of.
Okay, so there are several varieties of that now. The basic Master's Dream, I think they may be trying to compete with that perhaps. So high quality,
That's it.
high quality ingredients,
Yeah.
and you know, really making it to style. So I think they're probably, I
Yeah.
assume that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Master's Dream is one that I recommend anybody to pick up if you see it. It's widely available. It's a regular release as far as I know. And so, yeah, it surprised me as being, you know, as being really a standout beer
Right.
from a Japanese major, you know, large corporation. So,
You're
yeah,
speaking of
look for the
the
Master's Dream
basic
from
Master's Dream.
Suntory.
Yeah, there are several. There's
Yeah.
some, they have, you know, dark one and a variety of others. But
Yeah, the straight on Master's Dream. And then if you have a chance, compare it with the Asahi's The Master, which is clearly, yeah, my sense is that they're definitely trying to market, they're trying to do the same thing, say, hey, we can make good beer too.
good beer too, yeah. And Asahi, of course, is not known for making, even though they're the largest brewer in Japan, among craft beer geeks, it's probably the least respected among the four Japanese majors.
Yeah,
You know.
certainly we beer geeks are, yeah, not so
Yeah.
excited about it, but yeah.
Right. So and this may change things
Yeah.
for them. Who knows?
Okay, well, good to
Well,
see them in their game.
Yeah. So once again, we have just talked about Asahi the Master, a Pilsner, which was resurrected, brought back from oblivion by Asahi Breweries, and it's in your stores now. Go give it a try. I think Al and I would both give a thumbs up to this one.
It'll revive your election.
It will elect something, yeah.
So
All right.
it is that season, that time every 4 years in the US. So your electoral hopes will be revived. So
I see. Okay.
yeah,
Every 4 years. That's too long, but anyway. All right.
I know.
Okay. All right, Alan, thank you very much.
All right.
Alan Japan, thank you very much. And
Thank you.
everybody, we'll see you again soon. Please do subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment. Tell us what you thought about this beer. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Bye-bye. Take
Bye,
care.
everybody.